stock index futures right now trading higher this morning. Big question here. Traders actually welcoming the president's speech on Afghanistan last night. We did see futures move on that. Let's ask Mitch Roschelle, who's a partner at PwC and business development leader there. Mitch, good morning.
Good morning. I thought we were going to talk about pizza.
Yeah, we can talk about pizza, which oddly sounds good at 5:44 in the morning. But yeah, I mean, you know, we did see the futures move higher on the president's speech last night. Did you see that correlation as well?
Yeah, well, here's what traders don't like: uncertainty. And for the last several weeks, we've had a lot of uncertainty. What's going to happen with the White House? What's going to happen with the White House staff? What's going to happen with the policy agenda as both the House and Senate are away on their recess? At least last night, we got some sort of certainty, and I think the traders are responding very favorably towards it.
You know, you've also got the politics at home that the president's dealing with. You've got this debt ceiling fight. September 29th is the deadline. Tax reform. You know, there is still a lot of concern that if they can't get Democrats on board for tax reform, that the markets are going to have a pretty negative reaction.
I think the markets are hanging themselves on the debt ceiling. We've been talking about it for a while because it's the first thing that's going to have to get through the House and the Senate. And what's going to happen there is a lot of deals will most likely get made that are going to have an impact on maybe the Affordable Care Act and most likely tax reform. So everybody's paying attention to that. If that looks like gridlock and stalemate, I worry about the markets.
Yeah, well, the markets are also kind of, and we've seen this, we've had real light volume right now in trading. You know, obviously it's summer, but later this week we're going to get the Jackson Hole Symposium. Janet Yellen's going to be there, Mario Draghi. It seems that we're kind of waiting for some news out of there. Interest rates, I know, would impact sectors that you watch. What are you looking for?
So what's most likely going to happen is I think you're not going to get any news out of Yellen. She's going to sort of indicate that no rate hike in September, most likely a rate hike in December, which is what everybody anticipates. Interestingly enough, what's more important perhaps is the big portfolio of mortgage-backed securities that the Fed owns will begin to get unwound. I remember several years ago talking with you on the air about the taper tantrum. So now actually the opposite is going to happen. We start to sell it. They're going to do it two ways. They're going to wait for some of that paper to mature, and they actually may sell some in the market. That could have an impact on interest rates in the housing market, depending on how the bond market responds to mortgage-backed securities, sort of not flooding but entering the market. So we could see a little bit of a uptick in mortgage rates as a result of the unwinding of the Fed portfolio, notwithstanding what happens with the primary interest rate.
In a shaky housing market, I think that's going to be, it's a little worrisome. We'll see how it all shakes out, though. Mitch, great to see you. Mitch Roschelle.
Thanks, Cheryl.
All right.